What's going on, guys? Mountaineer Mitch bringing you a post-game for the Chick-Fil-A Bowl between the Clemson Tigers versus the LSU Tigers. Final score, Clemson 25, LSU 24. And this was a good game. I really enjoyed watching this game. If you would have told me Clemson's defense would be able to, was a team to win the game on defense, I would have said you're crazy. Clemson's too good on offense. You know, LSU's going to be the ones having to slow down the offense. But man, was that defensive line for Clemson good. And they were getting after Mittenberger, shutting down the run, you know, and it was just a good game, you know, and that's what I like to see. Both defensive lines were so good in this game. But, I mean, you know, somebody had to win. And it seemed like there at the end, at the beginning of the game, we'll start at the beginning. At the beginning of the game, Clemson looked like when they fumbled and Sammy Watkins got hurt, I was like, oh man, that's their big playmaker. I mean, not taking away from Hopkins or anything like that, because he made some big plays in this game too. But, I mean, taking away that and just things like that, you know, and being able, Clemson wasn't, I guess you could say, the better team tonight there at the end of the game. At the beginning of the game, like I said, they just looked like they were down. They couldn't do anything. But they hung in there. And it was really surprising to see Clemson go back and forth with LSU, because LSU's defense is so good. But they hung in there and realized that they could keep up with them. You know, they could score on that good defense that everybody's talking about, you know. And I think that gave Clemson a lot of momentum, and they hung in there. And they missed the extra point, made it 14-13. And I was like, okay, that might hurt them, you know. But in the end, it helped them. But Anthony Hopkins, one heck of a receiver. You know, being able to make some big catches, especially on that fourth down, and I think it was 12 or something like that, being able to catch that ball for that first down and help Clemson drive down there. And I mean, man, I don't know. I just kind of lost for words at how good Anthony Hopkins is. And then you go back to LSU, and Les Miles, just poor clock management. I mean, if I was the LSU athletic director, I'd have to sit down with Les Miles and say, look, you got to learn how to manage the clock. Because when there's like a whole 9 minutes left, and the two possessions he had, not counting the last possession, but the two possessions he had, just try to run down the clock, you know, barely punt, you know, and Clemson did a good job of slowing that down. You know, 4 minutes left, and still couldn't run out the clock. You know, and then they had to punt it away, and then it just seemed like there when they could have ran out the clock, you know, when they could have ran out the clock, he throws the ball 3 times, and one of them was a catch, the other 2 were incompletions. But after you throw that one catch, you have to run the ball because that defense was loosened up. You know, they weren't really expecting that, but they still got it. Unlike the first, or not, they didn't get it past the first down marker, so the clock was still running. So they should have ran the ball. But then those 2 incompletions that punts the ball back. That really hurt LSU, in my opinion, because LSU could have just ran the ball there, picked up the first down, maybe. If not, the clock would have still been running. If you wouldn't have had another completion, made Clemson use their timeouts. The timeouts came back and helped them out a little bit, driving down that field and being able to do what they're doing. Then there at the end, down there's still some clock left. You know, LSU was driving, or Clemson was driving, like I said, and Anthony Thomas made the big catches and stuff. And they just let it run down to 3 seconds. And I was like, man, they should have called a timeout earlier, because they at least give them a kickoff, you know. Let them get, I mean, they're only down by 1 point. So if they get a kickoff and return it, that would have been the game over. You know, but that didn't happen, you know. And there's a couple big mistakes in this game by both teams, you know. And Clemson fumbled, you know, and there goes the momentum. But Clemson somehow managed to keep it in there. And I mean, this is a whole different team from last year's bowl game that I watched them play against. Because after West Virginia got up on Clemson, it just seemed like Clemson was dead. But Clemson kept on fighting hard in this game. You know, no matter how many got down, they still fought. They still fought all the way back down the field. And that's just heart in those players. And that's what I like to see. So that's really about it, guys. Subscribe to me, like it, you know, follow me on Twitter if you like. And that's really about it. Mountaineer Mitch signing out. Peace.